Hey guys, welcome to Farm Alarm. My name is Tracy. Today I'm going to be bringing you a video called Why You Should Teach Your Kids Farm Chores. This is our first time that we've ever done a video like this. It's actually a short film / documentary. And my wife said, well, if we're going to make this video, let's invite a bunch of other people to do it. So we're doing a YouTube collaboration, and 8 other YouTubers, great channels, they all said yes to doing it. And we really encourage you to check out their videos. We'll actually put the links to their channels in the description below. So without further ado, here's our short film documentary on why you should teach your kids farm chores. Teach your children farm chores. Yeah, I think it's a good thing to do.
I think teaching your kids farm chores is a key foundation.
I can't think of anything else I'd rather be than a farmer.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited that we have an opportunity to raise our kids out in the country versus in town. Being out in the country, it really teaches you a sense of responsibility, and it connects you with nature.
I prefer living in the country on a farm instead of living in the city.
I like doing farm chores because it's fun.
I mean, just an example of the farm chores that my kids do on a daily basis. I mean, we have cattle and chickens, and of course we also have cats and, you know, the regular pets and stuff, but it kind of connects them. It connects them to the animals and gives them a sense of responsibility, you know, because that animal is relying on them. If they don't go out and feed it and care for it on a daily basis, it's not like they're free range and they can take care of themselves. The kids actually have to take care of the animal.
I think it's really important to raise your children up with farm chores, teach them how to do things when they're young. You know, raise a child in the way they should go, and they won't depart when they get older. And I think that even applies in all aspects of life.
We have a 3-year-old son that loves to help with chores around the house. He asks to help us. But every time we're doing something, can I help you, Mommy? Can I help you do this or that? No matter what it is, he wants to help.
I'm 4 years old.
He goes out with me every morning to let the chickens out. And he goes out every evening with Tracy to put the chickens away. And he calls those his chicken chores. He knows how to gather eggs,
Here's a pointy toy.
how to properly put them in the container, and he likes to count them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a half dozen eggs.
Tell me how, and he likes to come inside and tell us how many we got that day. And he's so proud of helping. He loves to help us with the wood stove, as far as bringing in the wood, helping us cut the wood, and loading the stove, and learning the safety of that. That's also important too, for him to know the safety of the stove while he's loading it.
I like to do chores.
You know, you need to start teaching them right off the bat, right when they're young, in my opinion. And you know, there's just so many things so many skills that they can learn. They're a sponge when they're young. So I believe that it's very important to teach your kids farm chores. Yeah, I asked my grandpa that same question about raising a kid up with farm chores. And his answer, he had told me actually, was, you know, that it teaches a child how to be a companion. You know, not only with animals, with the animals that they are the caregiver of, but it also teaches them to be a companion with their parents. You know, and it helps them to listen and to create that bond between the parent and the child, you know, right off the bat. dad said it best. He told me that when you raise a kid up, teaching them these things, they become more dependent on the things that they can do versus the things that they can have someone else do for them. Such as, you become, like he said, you become a welder, you become an electrician, you become a plumber, and a mechanic. All these things that you learn how to do, and because you have to, it's out of a necessity. And just over your childhood, you tinker and all these things, and you learn how to fabricate things. And later in life, on the farm or whatever it's in, whatever application it's in, you don't have to ask somebody to do it for you. And if you don't know how to do it, you learn how to do it.
Well, I grew up on the farm. It's one of the best lives there is, because for the kids anyway. You can learn how to drive and early, and you know what to do. You don't have to go through all that, when you get in school to learn how to drive. You already know all of that, and of course your dad puts you to work. If you learn how to drive, well, you're going to do something on the farm.
I drove my first tractor the summer before my kindergarten year, picking up hay in the hayfield, and from there on, then you kind of move into operating lawnmowers and whatnot on your own, and driving those, and it's learning how to drive, it's learning how to operate. It just carries on, and then you move on up into bigger equipment and vehicles, and you learn to be safe, and you learn how to take care of the equipment and run it like it should be ran.
I think that also being on the farm, it really teaches, not only myself growing up, but I'm hoping it passes on to my kids about life and death. That's a big part of farm life, because you see it not on a daily basis, but every year. Like I said, we do have the chickens, and we have other animals that have come, and coons and possums and stuff, and have killed our chickens. And like I said, we do love our animals and we care for them. Not only are they producing for us and we're getting to eat the eggs, but also, it teaches them about death, about things taken away from them. Another, on the other extreme is the life spectrum, and especially with our cows, they have calves every year. We breed them, and we're a seed stock producer, and our cows work for us, but we also take care of those cattle. And just last week, a couple weeks ago, we had a cow had a calf, and it was so cold outside, the calf wasn't able to nurse. So we had to go, and when we found the calf, he was on the brink of death. And it really gave us an experience and a family experience as well, because we were able to bring that calf into our house, and we put heaters on him, warmed him up, and it was almost like a scene out of the movie. We had all four of us down there rubbing on him and patting on him and trying to warm him up, and the calf was able to live. And now that's another chore, a daily chore, that my kids are taking care and feeding that calf. And they saw kind of two extremes of the spectrum. They saw new life beginning, and they also saw it almost end at the same time, and what you can do and put into to save that life.
I like doing farm chores because I get to interact with animals, and when I'm older, I think it'll help me to know how to take care of different animals, and so I know what to feed them, know how much I need to give them. And
the other thing I really enjoy that I'm able to teach my children is everything, from our chickens to our cattle, and we had some ducks and stuff there for a while, but they get to see the true where their food comes from. I mean, we have a garden and things like that, so every summer they get to see the plants grow and we harvest the tomatoes or whatever it is, but especially from the animal spectrum as well. We raise it up from a calf, and it generally takes a year and a half, 2 years, and then we harvest that animal. So they're seeing exactly, here's where the life began, and then we're able to enjoy the meat from that animal as well. Whereas, if you're just extremely disconnected like a lot of people are today, they don't get to see where their food generally comes from. They just go to the grocery store, hey, Hy-Vee's got it. That's, it's in whatever, it's right past the Oreos, that's where I need to get my hamburger, And so there's a complete disconnect. They don't get to see, where their food truly comes from. So I like that as well.
Let's go to a greenhouse. Yeah.
Henry loves to come into the greenhouse. We've taught him the different kinds of plants, and he knows all of them very well. He always asks to help water the plants. He comes out here and he shows me, look, Mommy, this is how you water the plants. And he takes the water and he waters the plants. He likes to pick and eat, just walk and pick and eat, pick and eat. He learns so much just growing up on a farm.
Look at that. After that hard work, I'm hungry. So let me eat. That's delicious.
I'm the third generation of farmers here in Missouri. It's something that kind of gets in your blood. You just don't want to quit.